I will get that right one of these days, I swear to God. But the deck itself, it is a weird one if you're new to Magic. It is Crashing Footfalls. We're basically, you'll notice something here. We have Crashing Footfalls, which does not have a mana cost. You normally would pay green, suspend it, and then in like 4 turns it would be cast. That's really slow. And they have time to dig for an answer if you do that. So it tends to not be great, even though you're getting like 4 4s out of it. But what we do is there's a mechanic in Magic called Cascade. What does Cascade do? Well, when you cast this spell, it gets what's called Cascade trigger on the stack. Basically, you flip cards off the top of your library till you reveal a spell that is less than the mana cost of the spell you're cascading. We don't have anything below 3. It cannot interpret that hand motion. 3, yes, there we go. That one worked. We don't have anything below 3 CMC, nothing less than 3 mana cost, but the Footfalls. So we cascade, we auto hit the Footfalls. We do have ways to cheat though. Fire Ice, it sees it as a 4-drop card, but it's actually just 2 cost spells stapled together. Or Dead God, which is another 4-drop, but it reads it as a 3 and a 1 stapled together, so 4. And then we have things like Subtlety that we can pitch a blue card and cast for free. You know, it dies when it hits, but we've got the effect, which is what we were after. And of course we have Murktide, the 7-drop 3/3 that grows as you exile stuff from your yard, and that you never actually cast for 7. You always cast it for 2 blue. And of course, Mystical Dispute, if you target a blue spell, it costs 1, etc. Just the ways to cheat. And Lorien Revealed, not really cheating on the cost, but you do get to land cycle, meaning you pay 1, discard this, and you get to look up any island. Temur is green, blue, red, so we really like islands in this. And of course, you know, we do have some utility spells like Flame of Anor. Great. Also, we're sort of Mutavault. We could turn the Mutavault on. Mutavault is all creature types, so we get to pick 2 of these, which is really, really cool. And kind of last new card. God, I cannot. Tidebinder here. I cannot pronounce the actual first part of this. But basically, when it comes down, we counter an ability, and then if permanent with the name of the ability that we countered activates an ability, it's automatically countered. So it is really good against like decks like Yawgmoth that are activating permanents a lot. So we'll go ahead and I don't, it must be a Stream Labs thing, because Stream Deck is working just fine. Okay, cool. But that's cool. But this is the list. This came in really well in a challenge, so I figure this is going to be the best one. It looks fun. I like it. I mean, I played against it with Scam and took it down pretty easy. So, and then like in one of the games, I was stuck on 2 lands, but I was still able to, I think I wound up killing them, and I was still at like 17 life. So, all right, we're on the draw. That can be fine though. We are fundamentally, other than like cheating out the Footfalls, we're kind of a fair deck at heart. Wow, this hand is not very good. Oh, thank you, Tommy. You know, we're gonna see. I mean, luck is a real thing with this. Okay, so we have Cascader. The question is, what do we want to put back? I really like, I like redundant effects, but if we go, like, if we get put to that turn 1 monkey test, we're gonna fail it. So I'm gonna put back the Fire Ice. Just because this, we can deal with a lot. I think we're in the mirror, which isn't very good for us, because I'm not really a, Alright. And this is going to confirm my suspicion about the mirror, okay? Okay, I think we should be good. Ew, it's living end. Oh no. That's not good. Well, basically they are a deck that plays a lot like us, except, you know, like our combo is a lot more fair. We're just cheating in some, like a lot of power worth of creatures. So, you know, we're not, basically they dump a bunch of creatures in their yard. They do the same cascade thing as we do. But because they have all these creatures like Grief and stuff in the yard, they get them all back while they wipe our board. So, yeah. And technically that spell does bring back stuff in our yard, but it's not as good. Yeah, it is a lot of trouble. We have a lot to do about this game 3, or game 2 rather, but I don't know about game 1. It's gonna be hard fought. I mean, I think we just stick this and hope they don't have it. We dump most of our library. We cast that without paying for it. And we're just gonna hope they don't have it. Because if we can hit them for 10, you know, we're doing pretty good. They don't have a lot in their yard too, which is nice. I kind of wish I had Violent Outburst. You know, that card they just resolved. Yep, so they get to take one of our cards. Their graveyard wasn't great. And we... And we do have something that does block. It has power and toughness. Our hand isn't great. I would probably, if I were them, I'd take the Subtlety. Okay. I get that. I think, that's not horrible. I think what they did there was valid. I think us trying another land isn't really what we wanted. We'll say go. We'll flash the Subtlety in on our end step. The good news is their board isn't, like, amazing. I'm gonna take it here. Like, I don't feel the need to block just yet. If I had had my own, yeah, let's just get the forest. Let's get my nice old border forest. Woo. Woo. Subtlety. Oh, do they have a counter spell of some sort? They might have Mystical Dispute. Yep. Yep, there's no valid targets for it because there's nothing on the stack. And the flood continues. Let's just get it with Sodi because we can block if need be. And we've got a lot of stuff that could come in and hopefully will. Like a big Murktide would be nice if we could find a way to protect everything. This is going to be a rough matchup for us. Normally I don't have... normally when I'm playing like Scam or Death Shadow, like I just naturally... Well, they're going to be really disappointed when they living end us, or when they evoke that grief and we don't have anything. They're gonna be so upset when they do that. Yeah, you do that, opponent. You see that big nothing. And that's why I sequenced my lands that way. They would feel... Normally, I wouldn't do this, but I think it feels like they're setting up for another living end. And I kind of want, like... I knew that was what they were doing. So we're going to get our 2 Shardless Agents back. They're going to get a Grief. Oh, they choose not to cast. Interesting. I mean, they didn't cast, so... Yeah, we'll do this. Let's draw 3. And we're going to hope... Okay. I'm going to hang back with the Subtlety, and we've got a lot of good stuff now. We actually can play Magic. That's fine, because we can Flame of Anor and stuff. Okay. Just since we could do this all at instant speed, I'm going to pass. And then when they go to attack, I'm going to try to kill the Shardless. Alright. Well, let's start here. Dead. There we go. And then... Oh, wrong one. Let's Violent. Oh. Normally when that happens in paper, they, Rhinos reveals like 1,000,000 cards before they actually get to their spell. Alright, so... I don't want to say that this has, Alright, we'll go to 9. Let's get a Forest. And, oh wait, sorry about that. Alright, we're just gonna go red, flame, cast, let's draw 2. Target us. We're looking for a way to stop this. I'm hoping to get a Force of Negation. And we do. We just don't get a card to pitch for it. So, unfortunately, they're going to get back a lot of stuff. But so do we. I'm going to put the Shardless Agent back just to have a little bit better, you know, just stuff to do. Okay, so they've resolved Living End twice, and they pitched it once, so that means they've only got 1 more. All right. We'll do this. And we're really, really hoping we draw something. That Flame of Anor, not getting us something else. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll take the 5, so we've got another blocker. Because Grief is pretty easy to kill. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Okay, you Violent Outburst, opponent. Alright, and this is where it does get, like... Oh, they're doing that so they can queenly kill. Okay. Okay, we're now very low. So... And there we go. We never didn't have it. And this way we can force it through. Oh. I might have just thrown this. Okay. Yeah, that was my mistake, because we can't double block. We have to double block the grief, and then we just die. Well, that was my mistake, but we did learn from that. We almost had it, so we just have to learn to stick back. Also, we have... Yeah, it happens. Also, and what I really do, like, I despise the deck living in it because it really just penalizes you for interacting with them. But that's fine. Again, you know, we have ways to cheese no-fun.deck. And Endurance is a great one because it works like Subtlety, meaning I can throw away a green card and it enters for free. And what it does is it shuffles their graveyard back into their library. So they don't get anything and I get an Endurance. And they can't Force of Negation it because it's a creature spell. So that's pretty good. I'd hope to not run into as miserable a deck as Living End. It really just shows like how different a deck can be that's fundamentally the same but has a different payoff. Okay, yeah, like Snapkeep. Upkeep. Yeah, we do this. If they pitch a grief, I'm kind of fine just firing off this so they can't like mana. Well, actually, you know, that might be okay because if they take that, we could just still pitch this Endurance. Because it's got to go to the graveyard. Yep, so we'll let them decide. I don't real... and that's putting a lot of pressure. Like, because we are going to get it. Like, we're going to get to do our thing. We've got a lot of redundant effects, so... I don't really know what they're supposed to take here. I feel like there's a lot of valid choices. I mean, part of me like wants to just say take the Endurance so we don't get the shuffle, but I mean, like, they're really gonna have to fill up their graveyard real fast. But I mean, that's also like just making them make that choice can often be worth it, I think. All right, are you gonna shock in? You do. They do Forest Cycle, so I'm kind of feeling just crack this, get our Triome, just have our mana fixed. I also don't like that they got the Land Cyclers because Living End's weakness used to be the card Woodman, which would make all of their lands mountains, and that would just ruin their mana base. Yeah, nah. Especially with that now, I kind of like holding that as just a good card to throw away to, like, okay. Well. Yeah, we'll say go. Would have liked to have seen a Tidebinder, because that can counter the Cascade trigger. I think we're going to get a Breeding Pool. Alright. And I think we're going to do the Outburst so they don't play around it. They do have a lot in their yard. And that's always like a problematic thing. Like, that is... Living is the ultimate gotcha deck. Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's Outburst on their turn. Let's get Steam Vents. We're taking a lot of damage here, but I feel like having that option, yep, Outburst, Footfalls, would have really liked to have drawn that Force. Oh, okay, so they did have a Mystical in hand. Kind of glad to get that out. Okay, Flame of Anor. I'm gonna say go and see what they do. We're probably gonna draw 2 on their instep. Or if in response to like a Cascade, we're gonna draw 2. But opponent really did play that very well there, having that Mystical. So that means they've got another Mystical. Oh, come on. Cast. Yep. Yeah, and then they do get their pick. I think they're just going to go off here. Unfortunately, I was hoping to find something to hit their yard real quick so that they would be forced to, more or less do nothing. But unfortunately for us, they did have it. So if they've got a Cascader, there's not much we can do. Again, that is kind of just Wivied End. It is, it's doing the same thing we are. It's just a pretty clear example of a bunch of older cards working to, oh god, they're gonna get a double grief. Yeah, that's probably just lights out. But I think taking our chance and trying to draw out of this was our best shot. Like, because if we had gotten an Endurance, we just shuffle that in. They get... Yeah, go ahead, opponent. Yep. They have to do this while we can't Tidebinder them, because we'll just do that to counter the Cascade trigger. They're down to 1 card. It doesn't matter because they're going to get so much power back. Yeah, and that's yeah, we're not going to survive. They're just going to double grief us. Yeah, I mean, that is the thing, though. Living in is just an abysmal, miserable. So, what do we have here? I just realized my, oh. Sorry about that, opponent. Let's see. We're on the draw, so I think we can take a mulligan. I'm going to fix something here in VC phase real quick. No, it was a face capture that just quit working. There we go. Oh no. Oh yeah, actually we can keep that. That's fine. That's fine. What are we gonna put back? I hate to put back a Cascader. This helps us pass the turn 1 monkey test. I'll do that. Say done. Oh, thank you. This is Walking Dog, their lo-fi video game remix. After I get to a part where I can, I'll post a link in the chat. It is really good. Ooh. It's Hammer. Cool. Interesting matchup for us. Play. We're gonna have to cycle that away to get probably Steam Vents, and we're really gonna hope they don't have it. I mean, they might. It is Hammer. Hammer is just again, one of those decks they do just get you. Okay, Urza Saga. Okay, Shadow Spirit. That's fine. We're gonna cycle away. Okay, so it does grow. And they do get to fix their draw a little bit, but again, we've got stuff, so... Let's go ahead, let's land cycle, let's get a steam vents. And we'll see what we draw. Okay, we draw another Lorien Revealed. That's gonna be good. We'll let them kind of dictate what we do here. I'm kind of thinking about tapping that down. Yeah, I'm gonna tap it down with Fire Ice. Because we've got, stuff here, so... Okay, Flame of Anor's good if we get another land, because we just shatter whatever they put on that. I knew that was a good one. Alright, here comes the hammer. Oh, okay. Alright. So let's see what they get. If they get Cauldra, we're going to kill this with a Dead God, and we're going to hope for a land. Because suddenly, like, with them only having one card in hand, that said, if they get, like, a hammer, that is going to bait out a pretty direct response. Okay, Cauldra complete. Okay, they keep growing that thing. I'm fine going to 15. They're gonna get a hammer. They equip to something. We're kind of getting hit with the double whammies here. Cauldra Unknown in hand. Okay, Mutavault is a good one. I think we'll go ahead and actually... No, we won't. I'm going to go ahead, dead that. We might take a lot of damage here, but... yeah, we'll say go. I don't know if they're going to do everything on the Ink Moth, because we do have the Mutavault to fire up and block. Because they can do that. They fire it up off of the Saga. If they do give it Trample, we are dead to Infect. I mean, they do. I don't really see how we can play around that and expect to win. Because we can fire up the Mutavault, block. I'm kind of hoping they make the Karnstruct token, because that does play better into what we're doing. Because then we cycle away the Lorien Revealed, get like a basic island or something. And then we can fire up Mutavault with itself, make it a wizard effectively. Then we get to draw 2 and then shatter, or we deal 5, shatter, which is basically kill an artifact. Yep. Okay, so that makes it an 11. Oh god, we're just dead either way. Thank you, Infect. Well, that happened. That was a little bit of a rough one, but that's game 1. It's Hammer. We have things for that Brotherhood's End. I don't hate Subtlety in this matchup. Force of Negation's okay. Flame of Anor's really good. Force of Vigor is an amazing card. I think Murktide's a little ambitious. Mystical Dispute is nice, but it doesn't do enough. Force of Negation is good against them. So is Tidebinder, but it only stops that one equip. Because it is coming from... Well, actually... I'm gonna... I don't really like... I'm gonna trim a Tidebinder. Again, you know... could be wrong. Subtlety, I'm going to trim. I kind of want to make room for the Blood Moon effects, because their mana base is a little bit weak to it. It turns off their Urza Sagas. Do I take out... Maybe I board out... I like Dead Gone a lot. Maybe I'm... This could be very wrong, but I'm going to cut those. Bring in the Blood Moons, and I have to make one more cut. I think I'm going to cut a Force... Well, this is so tough. So tough. Maybe we just cut a Shardless for a Magus. Because at the end of the day, it is just a 2-2. It is a 2-2 that gets us 2 4/4s. But it is just a 2-2. And this could just be one of those... Okay. Okay. Snap Keep. This is actually pretty good against them. This is really good. We're going to be able to really dictate the pace of play with this hand, which I think suits us. You know, we're going to want to draw land. You know, we don't have a third land, but we've got a lot of interaction and a lot of good interaction. I'm going to go ahead and get the Triome. Again, I think we can afford to not give them cards here, because what Esper Sentinel does, taxing us by 1, we're just going to go ahead and probably... Let's see, can we get a land, please, deck? Never didn't have it, so we're just going to go red, blue, get that out of here, and let us... yes, we'll pay the blue. Oh, also, Tommy, I almost forgot. Give me 1 second here. And I'll post that in here. Here's a link to the playlist I am using. Oh, and sorry there, opponent. I do try and... So, like, we did... You know, we did spend more mana to take it out, but they didn't draw a card, and I'm kind of hoping... Okay. Problematic, but not World's End. We have a lot of ways to kill something like that. And that's no problem, Tommy. Okay. I'm kind of thinking about getting some a tap land. Red, ice. Okay, Force of Vigor is really good for us. Okay. I might fire that off next turn. We'll see what they drop. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and swing. If we get another spell... let's go ahead. Let's get the basic force, because we are playing to Blood Moon them. I'll get my fancy old border, just to have all mismatchy lands. Okay. This land? Yes, that's Urza Saga. It is, strange is putting it mildly. It is a very, very odd card. It's very powerful, too. Basically, it's a saga, so it's an enchantment that, in addition to being a land that gains these abilities. 1, it just taps for a colorless. 2, you can make a construct, basically a creature token that's an artifact that has power and toughness equal to how many artifacts there are. And then you can, the final chapter is, and you can activate it 1 more time before it dies, because it dies after the 3rd chapter, but you get an artifact 1 or less from your library to the field. It's really, really powerful. We're gonna have to pitch 2 cards to deal with the Dranith, but I think that's kind of worth. Oh yeah, no, it is a super cool card. sticking back. You know. Fire. Done. Oh, opponent. So... You know what? That's fine. We are going to lose our chance to kill this, but... I think running them out of that card is really good, and we have multiple ways to deal with this. Oh, I was hoping they're going to do that now so we could fire off this force, but that's fine. It does get protection, so they do protect it. Again, it is Hammer. They are a... Okay, so Gemstone... I'm kind of thinking, tap that down, draw. All right. Get rid of both of it, so they have tapped out for nothing. Oh, yeah, no problem. Especially, like, these are for Modern, which is considered a more complex part of Magic. So there's a lot of really niche things with it. Okay, there's Stoneforge. They're definitely going to try to protect that. Let's see what they get. Colossus Hammer. That's fine. I mean, they could tap that to grow it. Okay, they do. Kind of what I thought. I'm really hoping, since they're... now would be the time. I'm really hoping we get something good. I'm hoping we top deck a Brotherhood's in, we clear their creatures, and we get another turn. Okay, they are starting to actually put in some damage, but we actually have a decent size. Well, we boarded out the Murktide. Kind of regretting that a little bit now. All right. Okay, so we've got pitch to that. I'm gonna say go and. Okay, the Prison honestly hasn't been doing in this format. Like, it's still really good in Legacy. Prison is great in Legacy. Mono red with, like, Blood Moon and stuff. And this, as you saw last time, does have Infect. I'm really hoping that we get a... I might... Forge anew? Okay. So that means they don't have anything worth cheating out, so I might just tap this down, see if we can't get lucky and get a Flame of Anor. Yeah, we do that, then we hit that with it, and if we draw another land, we can Cascade off Shardless, Cascade again, have like metric tons of power to beat down with. I think I'm going to tap down Warden of Inner Whatchamacallit. Or actually, we'll see what they... Okay. And, yep, that will do it. Ice it down. Okay, Mutavault, not really the one we were after, unfortunately. So we're going to put the hammer probably on that. All right. Yeah, that's the problem. Like the Forge Anew, like getting to equip, and they put it on their most annoying card. So I'm hoping we find a bounce spell. Okay, I think we just gotta go for it. We're not really getting anywhere right now. Well. Yeah, we gotta do it like this, so that's 3. Alright. Oh well. We're kind of wanting to do this for free anyway, so, okay. Yuck. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna... Yeah, we tapped that wrong, but it happens, so... are we just dead? Yes, we are, if they grow that anymore. We should have killed the Stoneforge, but we do really need that to bounce here. Oh. Yep, having that Drannith Magistrate when we didn't have anything was huge for them. We drew a lot of cards, but we didn't find anything relevant. Alright, and here's Pure Steel. To be as obnoxious as possible. So... yeah, and now they're just gonna drop hammers all day, and we're just dead. We'll see what they do, though. Like, we're technically still living through this. Oh, well. Oh, that's got... okay. Exacxies. Yep. Ah, well. I just don't like the control builds people are doing with it. The blue-black shadow deck is awesome. Okay. I like this. We don't really have our Cascader, but we've got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm gonna keep. I feel like we might have just played this person. Oh, I bet they're double queuing. Okay. So we're up against Death Shadow. White Red has a lot of interesting stuff in it, Tommy. It's just one of those, how do I put this? Like, it is, there are some good mid-range stuff in, like, Pioneer. There's a really, really cool red-white deck. Like, it basically makes a bunch of small creatures, and then you use a mechanic called Evoke to play really big, powerful creatures for, like, 1 and 2 mana, if not 0. It is really, really cool. Okay, Fire Ice. I'm gonna say go on the off chance they drop a Monkey, because I'd rather get hit by this than Monkey, because Monkey gives them an additional mana. And also, it can just flip over something from our deck they would want to play, which we don't want them to do. Okay, and this is Grixis Death Shadow. With that, I'm going to... I'm gonna get Stomping Grounds, because we can... Alright, and... Let's dead that, you know. I don't want that turning on before we lose our ability to kill it, which that Thoughtseize would do. Basically, once 4 card types are in yard for them, that becomes a 3/3 flyer, and I don't think we can have that. I don't feel like we can have that. I don't really want them to lose the life here, but I also don't want to lose cards in hand. I feel like they have to take Flame of Anor. That just represents too much power for us. Because I'm going to go Mutavault. That way, if they go Ragavan, I can 1/1. Deal 1 to the Ragavan, 1 to their... actually, we might deal both to Ragavan, because they're going to play Death Shadow. Which, as your life total drops below 13, it gets bigger. Oh, they take the Force of Negation. That means they might have Expressive Iteration next turn? I should have played out the island to tap down their stuff, but oh well. Happens. We're going to cycle away one of these Loriens to get another land. Probably get an island, play that one. Alright, so they do shock in. Let's see what they do here. Underworld Breach, okay. Okay, they're going to basically use that, but they can only play one spell out of here. So if they Thoughtseize us again, that's fine. Though that's going to make their shadows big, and I think that's the point. Actually, no, I'm going to let them do it. I mean, they're going to know what we've got anyway. I think they have to take the flame here. I'd rather them do that than have more cards in hand, honestly. Like, I don't like they're going to make their death shadows bigger. That does take our way to deal with the death shadow. Kind of. We can tap it down. Alright, and they know about this plan, so let's do it. Let's get the breeding pool. That dies. Okay, Force of Negation. Okay, I'm kind of tapped down their, one of their blue sources to draw. So, ice that down. And let's see what we draw. Okay, a forest isn't really what we wanted, but, you know, it's what we got, unfortunately. Alright, and we'll play the land they know about, and we'll say go. I kind of would rather hold up Force of Negation in case. I mean, they could play a big Death Shadow right now. They play out a Croxa. Okay. I mean, we're gonna go down to 12, but that's fine, honestly. I don't care. They can put another land in yard for it, so... Double Force, yeah, I think... Yeah, let's try and cast this. We need to draw cards bad. Oh, and they had the Drowned. Okay, well... And we can only force on their turn. We're just gonna hope they don't have a Death Shadow. We do top deck very well. Like, we top deck a Murktide and we just drop that. That's big game. Because we're hitting for a bunch in the air. And there comes Croxa. Yep. Things are going rough for us here. Just not getting the cards we need, unfortunately. And them having the counter spell there, like the one time we had to go shields down. But they are very low. We would take 9 from that. Alright, because we could fire this up, block, and hope for the best turn after that. Is probably our best bet. I mean, I think they've just successfully run us... Like, we have not seen one of our 8 Cascade effects, and that is huge. Not seeing a single Cascader is tough to deal with for us. We're gonna hope that our luck changes, but they're holding cards in hand now. Yep, we gotta give up that. Alright. Fire up Mutavault. Maybe we should... Oh, I just realized... I mean... No. Yeah, that is game because... yeah, we'll just take it, actually. They're really having it over there, though. Alright, so we go to 6. We're not just dead, but we're very close to it. Yeah, we'll counter that, because I can't let them have card advantage right now. Like, us getting something, like, if we can bounce the Kroxa... yeah, we can do that. We can counter its ability and then block it, and then we get to live. If they don't have a removal spell, that they likely very much do. So we're just gonna have to try. I mean, we don't really have much else we can do. Like, Kroxa is a huge beating. Alright, do you have a counter spell for it? If you do, we're dead. You do. Okay, cool. I think this is punishment for all the stuff I did before. Okay, well, we have actually a very good main deck against them. We just saw none of it. We saw none of what we needed. Subtlety, I don't know if I'm liking it as much as I do, like, Endurance here. I do like Murktide a lot. I think we can cut a Footfalls, bring in a Flame of Anor. They have a lot of stuff to get around things. Tidebinder, I don't. It's kind of middling, so I'll just bring in a Mystical Dispute, and we'll try it like that. Again, we might not get this, because we're going to have to win all 3 to cash this league. That's why I want to do it after I had basically accrued a bunch of credit here on Moto. So that way, if we get blown out, it's not as big a deal. Again, we're still at that place where we don't have a lot. But I think it's still keepable. Yeah, exactly. Like, I was expecting one of our Cascaders, one of the 8 out of all those cards we drew. Or something else relevant. We don't have a green source for that yet, but it is such a big... It's such a huge up arrow for us, I think it's worth it. To keep Flame of Anor, like, drawing 2 against them at instant speed can be enough. And we can also Endurance target us so our stuff resolves. But the problem is our namesake spells are 0 mana. Okay, Darcy. EE on 0. Target. I hate to, but I'm going to give him the Flame. Alright. Yeah, and as you can see, like, we threw away a very key card to try and get rid of the EE, and they had another one. Like, it's hard to win when your opponents literally have everything they could ever ask for. We'll be killing that and just hope it doesn't matter. We have gotten one of their EE, so that most are going to be on 3, typically, as a general rule. So, yeah, we're just going to... we'll see what they do. I'm kind of thinking... we're very low on cards, so I'm kind of thinking... Tap. Yeah, let's do that. Ice, tap, draw. Because we have the Endurance, which we can flash in. That okay, that's beautiful. We play that. We flash an Endurance to reset their yard. When they attack with DRC, it comes down. They get a Thoughtseize off, because of course they do. So, yeah. Great, that DRC is online, and we don't really have a profitable way to interact with it. Yeah, land go. We're gonna make sure we make our land drop, but things are looking dark. Like I said, getting them still having the EE after we threw ours away or threw away a force on it. Yeah, that's fine. We just don't have it. Like, they keep drawing, like, really well. And they're gonna get to play a big Death Shadow. Okay, they get to play more DRCs. Yep. Yep. Not much we can do, unfortunately. Alright, okay, Fire Ice is pretty big. Now we'll play it tapped, and then we'll see what we get. Alright, I'm gonna tap down one of their lands. When we get priority, that is. You know what? Let's tap down a DRC. Stem the bleeding somewhat. And they had it again. Wow, opponent. Just all the hits. No, nothing we can do about that. And most importantly, we don't draw a card. So we're really hoping for like that Murktide. Oh no, this is bad. Is there anything that can get us out of this? Yeah, I'm gonna have to try, and we're gonna have to go low, and if they have it, they have it. We've got to try and find an endurance here. Like, endurance is the one card that can, but we don't have a way to pitch for it. Nope, we found the endurance, but we need a green card along with it to throw away so we could shrink their yard. We're still very, very dead, but that happens. Oh, wow, we're actually on the play for once, so that is a big thing. Okay. You know, this is all keepable. We've got interaction. We don't have a turn 2 interaction. I'd love a second, something, but I'll keep this. So that's a good start. Watch this be one of our worst matchups or something, but if it is, it is. We've got quite a few things we can do, so I'm gonna do this and say go. Alright, what do you have for us, opponent? Okay, I think this could be Murktide. Huh. Even, okay, it's Scam. Yeah, I think they're gonna take the Dead Gone and then take something else. They might try and take both our Cascaders. But we'll let them do this, see what they take. Okay, they do take the Dead Gone. Now they cheat back the Grief with an Undying effect. That... So long as they don't have a Dalthy Voidwalker, we're not too far behind in this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my Triome. How's it going, buddy? I hope you're having a great one. Rhinos isn't being too good to us, to say the absolute least. Okay, Force of Negation, yeah. I mean, like, if they have another Grief to cheat out, we're, like, beyond done for. If they don't, though, if they don't, oh no. This is Dalthy. Oh, it's just Ragavan. That's fine. I will... Sure. Hit us for 6, opponent. We don't really have much they can get that would mess with us. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Okay, whatever. Fine. I mean, they know about it. We gotta do it. And this way, like, if they do try and... Okay, perfect. Well, we finally got a win. Okay. I guess they didn't want to play... actually, hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself, because I know this program. I know what it's gonna do. All right, we would love to play first. We're missing a land, but we've got a lot of interaction. We've got a Cascader. We have Tidebinder, a card that I actually paid the $10 or whatever they are in paper, and have not gotten to cast it yet. I have not had a chance to cast it. Actually, I take that back. I cast it as a blocker, as like an ambush Viper once. Oh, no. Well, that's great. We skipped our first turn because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, that's how we just show how good we are. We can be on the super not... It's the mirror. This Force of Negation is going to be huge. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one to play out. Alright. I don't like that we are on the end that is going to, I feel like this is going to be a rough mirror match for us, because I'm not very good at this deck. But, alright. Yep, I knew that was coming. Okay, so they do ice that down. I was worried why we weren't getting priority. So we're gonna probably get a Steam Vents. And we're gonna hope that it is, and we've got the Tidebinder though, so we can counter the Cascade trigger. We've got a lot. Okay. There. Boop. You have a 2/2 opponent. Actually, you don't. I'm not going to let you have that. Boop. Alright. And most importantly, they don't have much fuel in the yard for their Murktide, which I have to assume that they're on. Okay, so they get a subtle, so we get a subtlety. We've got a blue card to pitch to it. All right, let's see if they can pass the Force of Negation test. Yes. Okay. Oh, they do have it. Okay. Well, we have a way to bounce a Rhino, and if we get to untap, we do have a Tidebinder of our own. They are getting the Rhino countdown, though. They do have that coming down soonish. Let's play out the Boseiju. And I'm just going to swing in. I kind of value bouncing, or I'm hoping they'll fire up the Mutavault. Okay, there comes Rhinos. We're going to bounce one of them, like a 4/4 at this point, not that big a deal for us, you know. They do get a card. This is going to be interesting. If they Murktide, I think I go ahead and Subtlety. Alright, you know what? We'll do it on their turn. Get it out of here. I mean, if they counter it... Okay. Alright, so there we go. This is not going our way, but, you know. I think I'm just gonna take it. We'll go to 10, but... Alright. And, yeah, we're gonna try to cast a Subtlety. I hate to do it, like, in response to not, like, a Murktide or something, but we have a lot... We could just top deck a Cascade spell of our own. Or we could continue the Flood. Yeah, we will go ahead and we'll put them down to 10. They didn't fire that up, so... Tidebinder. Okay. Okay, I'm hoping they go to fire up the Mutavault. Or they do something that we can counter. Again, this is getting pretty rough, but we are like a good top deck away. Yep, I think now is the time. We will see your Tidebinder and raise you a Tidebinder. And they had the Mystical. Too bad. Yeah, and we're down to 1. If they have the Fire Ice, we're dead. You know. We're really, really on our back foot. We're just hoping against hope. Okay. Alright, and what do we get? Yeah, wrong half of the deck problems. We got the wrong kind of interaction throughout. Flame of Anor is big in this. I don't hate all of the subtleties, but... God, this is an awkward one. I kind of like the Tidebinder. Yep. Maybe we don't bring in the Tidebinder. We bring in Dispute to force stuff through. Yeah, we'll try it like that. I think we're just, you know, happens. So we ran to Living End, which is tough. We ran into Hammer, which is tough. We ran into Death Shadow, which I think I have like almost 100% win rate against Rhinos with Death Shadow, so that's tough. So we just were... No, that's a one-lander. Okay. I like this better, so I'm gonna keep it. So, keep. I'm gonna put back the Dead God. Maybe we're supposed to cut those. Upkeep. Play and go. And we're just gonna really hope that we draw well. We might play a little bit of Fortnite after this. Also, I do like the Flame of Anor as like one of our cards. Alright, what do we get? More land, not really what we're looking for here. Especially with them going to be able to ice down our stuff. Not really what we're all about. Alright. Oh, I was gonna say, did we get lucky and they miss a land drop? But that tells me they've got a fire ice. Yeah, they have a fire ice. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's crack this. Yeah, let's just get the other Stomping Grounds. I mean, they could Blood Moon us. Here comes the... Ooh, okay. Alright, and we'll say go. You know, obviously I would like to fire this outburst off when we've got more to protect it, but... And I might give them the Flame of Anor. Alright. Okay, they do Shardless. Alright, so cast by exiling a blue card. Alright, so we'll do this, which is a big up for us, and we'll just go blue, red, green. Violent Outburst game. Yep. While they can't do anything about it. And we'll pay that with, or we'll cast that without paying. Thank you very much. So, again, big help to us. I wouldn't mind to draw another Mystical, and then we Flame of Anor on their turn, draw to have... Okay. Ask and ye shall receive someday, so we're just going to smash face. And then I'm going to Flame of Anor, draw to. On their instep. I mean, if they try and hardcast something, like if they try and play out another Shardless. Okay, they do land cycle. I figure that it's probably not a horrible one. Okay. You know, obviously I would love to just Flame of Anor and draw the two, but... I will definitely make sure that they have 0 rhinos. Okay, so they can get one of our tokens, but we've eaten through a bunch of their stuff, so kind of worth, honestly. I don't really know, Okay. Let us attack with all, and let's see what they do. They have to give up both of their blockers to do this, and then I think we're just going to... Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. We got 4 damage out of it and 2 creatures. That's kind of worth, in my opinion. Blue, green. All right, let's put them to the force test. If they don't have this, this is huge. Oh, they did not have it. Oh, they did. Whap, whap. That's fine, though. We can still eat a blocker, and if we draw a Mutavault, like, we just fire that thing up to itself, draw to kill a blocker. And they're... Yeah, it wouldn't be the biggest, so that's fine. Okay, I'm liking where we're at still. Like, it could still break their way. I mean, like, we're at 15, they're at 5. Okay. Again, if they're throwing this away, fine. I will take that. I will put them to 2. Oh. I'm bad at math. I'm putting them to 1. All right, and we're going to Flame of Anor to draw. You know, like, we get a land, we can Lorien Revealed. It's going to be very difficult for them to deal 15 damage. All right. Blue, blue, red, Flame of Anor. Yeah, I'm not really in the market to deal 5 damage to my best path to victory. And this is also a thing they have to interact with. Okay, so we get a Dead Gone. That is intriguing. I'm going to swing in with the Rhino and just see what I get out of him. All right, we'll see if they double block. If they double block, since they've only got 2 in hand, I'm kind of all about, oh, they just have to single. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, that's fine. All right, so all right, do you have a way to counter this? Because if you don't, I feel a lot better about my place in the world. Ah, they had it. Yuck. Well, but we do still have a way to deal with this. We have a way to get an island if we draw a Murktide, so we bounce it, cast a big Murktide, and, you know, suddenly we're still in this to win this. Also, if we draw, again, a Fire Ice, just locks this game up. Subtlety, not bad. So, okay, yeah, we can't. I'm going to bounce it and make them deal with that fact on their turn. Just so, A, we can get another draw at something good. All right. Red, red. All right, so they're down to 2 cards in hand. We'll get the Breeding Pool tapped. Fire Ice? Ooh, okay. Okay, so I'm liking that. We might strip mine them if they get a little too greedy here. And this also counters the Cascade trigger if they go Shardless. So, there's a lot to like happening. Alright, just because this flies, even if they do have instant speed, let's cast a Subtlety. Okay, so they had the Mystical. It happens. 1 card in hand. Yeah. So, but we can give up a hit to a Tidebinder. They can't. Okay, Mutavault. Alright. Something good, something good. Exact opposite of. Okay, we're gonna counter the Mutavault activation, and we're just really gonna have... Actually, if they swing with that thing, I might just take it. Like, it's just 2 damage. And if they pump it, GG opponent, like, then you die on the crackback. Because we're 100% countering that Cascade trigger. Alright, they fire up. Then they could have it, on their turn. You know, we have been drawing poorly. Blue. Tidebinder. Alright, so we got there. I guess they weren't drawing much better. Yeah, the forces were huge. Subtlety was a nice one. Mystical was pretty big. I think I kind of want the other Mystical. It impressed me so much. Maybe I cut... what do I cut? Yeah, that's the first win with this one. Well, yeah, that was... No, I take that back. We technically beat Scam because they quit way too early. But yeah, that's the first legit one. I really want this. Do we 61 card special? Flame is just so good, though. Force of Negation is 2. Tidebinder is great, though. Like, just as that flash. We'll try it the way we had it and just hope. That's all we can do, you know. Actually... I'm gonna keep this. We're gonna suspend these. That is a lot for them to deal with coming down early. We can bounce a token and suddenly, like, we're playing out more. We've got a Murktide. I really like the late game potential of this hand. I might save my life total here. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna save my life total here. I don't think they're gonna bring in Endurance, or they're very unlikely to. So, Old Border Forest. Suspend that and say go. Land cycle. Very good. And then I think we're going to Wooded Pass because we could cycle. Okay. Ooh. Oh. So that's the game we're playing, huh, opponent? I'm really... Okay, I'm liking our ability to play this game. Here we go, opponent. Ball's back in your court. Alright, so let's bring up our exile. That way we could see how many turns we've got till those come down. I do feel like the fact we've got 2 of them coming... Alright, so no lands for opponent. Yeah, Steam Vents. Nope. Rhinos, ticking down. And we get a... Okay. And we could cycle this Triome away to get another draw. I wouldn't mind another blue source, but at the same time, it's like... Excuse me. We're ahead. Sorry about that. And we do have the bounce spells, and they don't. And that is a big... That is a big pro for us. Ooh, and a Fire Ice. Okay. And then we ice down their land. Okay, what are we doing for 2? That's okay. Because I'd rather hold up, Alright, so our first one's coming off the spin next turn. Alright, let's do this. Alright, and ice down their green source. What you got for us? Okay, we get another Mutavault, which is nice, like a land like that. Okay. Alright. Alright, so first one coming off suspend. Cast it. Alright, do you have anything for the... Ooh, you have the Force. Upkeep. Okay. Shardless Agent. Do you have the second Force opponent? You don't seem to. So they are going to get theirs, but we can shock that in, bounce, play, swing, force a block, and drop a Murktide. I'm liking this so far, you know. Oh, that's suddenly not very good. That's 1, 2... Yep. Alright, so our Footfalls, again, coming off suspend. Cast it. And we draw a land. Let's see, we do this. They have 1. And that Murktide is a 6/6 in the air. I mean, they might have their subtleties in too. If they do, they kind of do, you know? And, okay. Okay, that's fine. And I might bounce our Shardless to reset. Alright, so they do get to cast that, unfortunately for us. And we're gonna probably bounce our own Shardless. Yeah, I think that's right. Because we do have a big flyer. So long as they don't Otawara it back to our hand. Because we can just block Rhino, let's see, Rhino block Rhino, Murktide block Rhino, Rhino block Shardless, bounce our Shardless, do it again. Alright. Okay, that one will here and here. Okay, we got there. Not my greatest league ever was, but, you know, hey, we did. We got half our play points back, and that's nice. That's always great. I think we might just, alright, we'll talk about it real quick. The deck itself was, yeah. The deck itself was cool. I think Brino's is one of those, it gets better as you play it. Oh yeah, we still have, like, plenty of play points. We had like 300 going into this, so we've got plenty. We've got plenty of ticks. We're good. Yeah, the deck itself is really solid. It's fun. It is an actual Magic deck, unlike the other Cascade deck of Living End, where you're just looking to abuse a bunch of disparate mechanics that weren't meant to work together. You know, again, that is my own bias. I do think that deck gets a little bit too much free stuff, you know? So, yeah, overall, though, this deck, it held up. I do like Rhinos. Rhinos is a fun deck. The only thing is, I'm not sure about Violent Outburst, although it's not putting up as much results. Again, I don't think Rhinos is the Outburst deck that's the problem. Like, there's ways to hate it. Anything over 3 toughness is honestly a very uphill fight for this deck. So, Violent is powerful against a lot of things, but again, I think the problem Outburst deck is Living End. I think Living End is just a problematic deck. Because I'm just going to say, like, there's only one sort of warping card in Modern for that, and I don't think it's Crashing Footfalls. If you can't deal with 2 tokens, I mean, like, they're EE and things that are all color, you know, EE is colorless, Hitasugu consumes all while it is black-red, is really great against them because it clears them out and becomes a threat, which is really hard for Rhinos, and it also eats their yard, which is not nothing with Murktide. Like, turning off their one of Murktide, if they don't have it exactly the turn after Hitasugu comes down, or I should say their first turn after Hitasugu comes down, their graveyard is gone. That is big game against the Murktide backup plan of Rhinos.